Briefly ran in the 60s and 70s, but the Garden City re-entered the calendar for good in 2008. We missed it for a couple of years, but it was great to come back to the Singapore Grand Prix. Things have changed slightly around the Marina Bay circuit for 2023. 4 corners have been taken out, the lap length reduced to just over 3 miles. That might be a welcome relief to the drivers, might be even more of a relief for their brakes. And joining me again for the race today, Natalie Pinkham. Let's talk about Johnson. What do you make of their performance so far this season?
It's been a really solid year so far. There have been some incredible standout performances. But what's really impressed me has been the consistency. With this kind of form, I'm expecting another good race today.
Okay, here we go. I know what you can do. Don't let me down.
All right, let's get it. Got a worn engine, so welcome back to another video. The F1 23 my career, season 2. Let's see what we can able to do
We're
now.
accumulating somewhere on the MGUK. To manage this, we're going to need to lower our ERS deployment mode. Right, we've got a very worn-out MGUK. Our battery charge speed is suffering, and if it gets much worse, we could be forced to retire.
Gotta get the elbows out to Hamilton. It was a risky lunge, but I had to do it. It's championship time. Champions don't become champions by just letting them get a free win without at least battling for it.
We've got a lot of spare energy. Okay to use your overtake button.
Let them know that it is crunch time. We're not gonna play around. We're not just gonna hand over this championship. Only 14 points between us, so it's all about ourselves now. We're not just gonna give him the 8-time champ, the 8-time world title. His 8th world title, excuse me.
The more charge you hold, the faster that capacity will drop. Okay, DRS will be enabled this lap. You can use it when you're within 1 second of the car ahead and in the DRS zone.
The team already has the Constructors' Championship. We just had to make a bold move on how we're going to be able to beat Lewis Hamilton, 7-time champion, at his home, essentially, race team. So, for all of his years in F1. just took the approach of super aggressive. Don't give him nothing easy. Make him basically pull out a 2008, 2013, 2007 Lewis Hamilton out the hat, and if he wins, hey, more props to him. But we're not gonna just bow down and just give him WWWWW. If we can able to hold up our own, even with a Warren engine like we got now.
Okay, we're
it's not going to be easy.
On the internal combustion engine.
It's the main
Be
thing.
aware that we're going to start to see a loss of power.
We made the mistakes of not changing out the components and all that, so we're just trying to harvest and salvage what we can around this beautiful track, Singapore. Not gonna let him try to get that move off, and no more. The under section of the bridge. Gotta figure out who's gonna pull the pin on strategy call. That's gonna be the main thing. We gotta be perfect with the strategy call. As perfect as you can get, so. Try to go for that move again, so we try to deny it best we could. Now we're going for strictly pace now, because we only got about 3 laps left on these soft compound tires, so really just gotta go for it now. Can't mess around.
Approaching the pit window, and you're going to be on mediums.
Just trying to focus ahead right now and just really not talking too much. You probably hear the wind in the background. It's probably just my fan going berserk. My room is the hottest room in the house. We're making things do what we gotta do. Things work, so. Trying to manage this gap, looking at my front tires, knowing that they're falling off slowly but surely, knowing that my engine is going to give out even more later on during this race, but just trying to quick shift as much as possible, try to get back some of that ERS during these turns as well, and hopefully being able to hold out for this W, but if not, take the second place, gain some points. Don't be overzealous, but if we can able to make his life a lot more harder, that will be huge. We need to definitely start doing that heavy on, early on, and just have that intensity and have that aggression to be able to go for the W and able to strive for either newer heights, you know. So, I mean, we've seen it happen with Nico Rosberg when this same situation where Mercedes is just miles better than the competition, even though now they're not necessarily is, but they're still better than the competition of what we got right now. So just us just fighting up here on the front when it's this close at pretty much the end of the season. You gotta do what you gotta do, you know. You gotta do what you gotta do.
We're going to box this lap, push hard on the in lap.
I know by the end of the season, though, it's definitely going to be big time talks about the moves that we've been doing against him. So, you know, you just got to pick your poison in that regard. Just got to pick your poison. Going in. Let's see. Hold on real fast. My bad about pausing this right in the middle of the video. I just gotta check out a couple things real quick, make sure I got everything that I need. Okay. Need to go see what I got, cause I think I did get some photos, cause I need to get. Okay, yep, there it is. All right, so I need to download that. Download a couple of these. Be exact. Okay. Hold on. Okay. All right, so we got everything that we need. Just need to go on and download some photos real quick. Just gonna get some B-roll real fast. Just trying to close off any attempt of dive bombing right now. I know he's fuming.
Let's use overtake and burn off some of this energy.
The overtakes that we've been trying to pull off and what we did pull off, so. Then the defense style too, probably haven't seen none of that since like Michael Schumacher days. Gotta go to them links though, if you want a title. We gotta put a pin on this right now. We gotta go to the pit stop. For sure, 100%. We can gamble on the medium tires. We can gamble on the medium tires. So I think the hard compound tires would be a little too like just slow. So medium tires would be our best option. Feel like we got a couple drivers in, like we got Norris in that just pitted as well for soft compound tires. Charles Leclerc as well. So just a couple strategies. Plenty of them behind them, but I don't know who's all behind them. So yeah, got plenty of good strategies though. Plenty of good risky plays as well in there with the soft compound tires that they choosing. So yeah, it's gonna be a nice one. Really nice one. I'm gonna see how this pan out. 3.5 second gap ahead of Norris. 4.4 second gap ahead of Charles Leclerc. So and I've been doing really good on managing those two, because those guys are super fast as well. Are no slouch at all. So it's just their cars are just slowly but surely getting to our speed and getting to our level.
Lewis is in the pits now.
Teammates in the pit, so we got to push flat out. Got ahead of him too. Oh my goodness, that's beautiful. Norris got ahead of him too. Perfect. That's even better. He's in the same strategy that we're on, so we gotta go. We want a chance at winning. We better go now.
Okay, the gap behind is 3.1 seconds.
Norris starting to pick up the pace, so we gotta respond. Spawn with 4/10 up from this lap, but he able to grab the fastest lap though.
Norris
from his deficit
lap of the race so far.
From us, so now we just gotta answer with the fastest lap now. But also be just able to collect points, just be level-minded. We need every single point until this championship is wraps and over. So we go to season 3, so need to be on it.
gap to your teammate behind is 4.5 seconds.
Spawning a big way, not only just in fastest lap regard, but just how much pace we can able to throw down with these medium compound tires. So that was a really good strategy call from me, nonetheless, and from the team as well, because they originally put the plan together. But just back and forth thinking hard compound tires or medium compound tires, we're able to just go with the medium compound tires.
Okay, that's us with 5 laps of fuel remaining. 5 laps of fuel left.
About 3 laps to go, so should be good.
Okay, we've got 4 laps of fuel remaining.
Just responding in a big way, able to make a huge gap now. Put all our focus into just hitting the same marks.
Right, we've got enough fuel for 3 more laps. Final lap, final lap. Push, push. Okay, so we're leading our teammate by 5.2 seconds.
On the lap, let's go, baby. Big time focus. Let's bring this home. Let's go, baby. Come on. That's huge.
Ah, fantastic
Let's
drive.
go.
Just fantastic. Amazing. You deserved that race win. Well done, mate.
That's it for another Grand Prix and a fantastic win for Mercedes. Natalie Pinkham, how do you think they were able to set themselves apart today?
Quite simply, a driver is nothing without the team behind them. So, a deserved winner, but we do have to give a shout out to the team in the pit lane and back at the factory. Very much a collaborative process.
So after a magnificent race, we can now see the drivers making their way to the podium. Once again, it's the Silver Arrows who take the top spot, a well-earned victory for Mercedes.
Let's go. Oh my goodness, man. Whew. Wow.
Let's have a look then at the driver standings. Johnson increases their championship lead. Let's focus on the driver of the day. Natalie Pinkham, come on, who do you pick?
21 points
I
ahead.
have
Let's
to
go,
give it
baby.
to Johnson.
Let's move on to the constructors. Mercedes continue to extend their lead. There was also a strong showing from the McLaren team today as they make their way up the standings. It's been an absolutely wild weekend of Formula One action, and I can't wait to see what's next.
So what's going on? So Carlos P4, his best result since season 1. So one of tied for his worst result, Charles Leclerc in P5. Max Verstappen, his best result since about late last year, early this year, in 7th place for the Red Bull. Oscar Piastri, best result, I think, until like ever probably. I would say Alex Albon put off an absolute beauty of a strategy, and he wound up picking up P8, and he started in P13, so he's cooking. Esteban Ocon able to pick up some points, able to move up 4 positions. Sergio able to move up 3 positions. I would say George moved back. Valtteri is able to pick up the pieces. get close to his teammate now, so he's able to have a little bit more confidence in that Alfa Romeo. Then Ricciardo able to move up 3 positions, so he's building his confidence slowly but surely. Yuki had a tough day. Same thing with Liam. Liam just had a tough day overall, so couldn't really do much with that. I would say the drivers, Liam haven't scored in the Williams yet, but his teammate scored 30, so that's not a good look on Liam. Same thing with Daniel Ricciardo compared to Yuki. At least he scored 2, so it's not looking real bright for them. I'll say in constructors, because, you know, top 3 is pretty much solidified. I would say the top 2 is solidified. Top 3, Red Bull versus McLaren, they're pretty close. Aston Martin and Alpine is pretty close, only 10 points separate them. Alfa Romeo is only 4 points away from Alpine and P6. Williams Racers are only 1 point ahead of Romeo. Behind Alfa Romeo. Haas and AlphaTauri is battling for crumbs basically, but it's going to be big in the constructors amount at the end of the season. So hopefully y'all enjoyed this video though. Nonetheless, man, it's been a fun series. Y'all like and subscribe to the channel, and I'll see y'all next time. Bye bye.